Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's get it. Let's talk some baseball. Wednesday, October 9th. I'm going to give you guys my best bets for these four games in the divisional series. Full disclosure, I am currently in transit to the mothership. We're going to Las Vegas for this week, so I will be doing content today live from an airport. So apologize for the time differential as well as the backdrop and setting as we are in a airport restaurant. So always fun times traveling, but let's get into the picks. First game we're going to talk about is the New York Yankees and the Kansas City Royals. I have up on the odds board. This is one where I do like the Royals in the spot. Okay, but my best bet for this game will be the under 8. The Yankees take a lot of public money. I think this is where we get Lugo coming off a recent performance against the Yankees. 7 innings, three hits given up. I do like the Royals. It's just something where I'm not going to bet them on the straight up side. I think they're a little bit more hungry in this game, but we're going to be taking the under 8. If you want to juiced up 8.5, take the under there. That is one of my best bets. And for those of you that did not see, I did find a graphic a little bit earlier on where we did find the. I might have posted on X too, but we had the Royals, the Tigers, and the Indians, and their payroll was just a tick above the New York Yankees collective team payroll. So I think the Royals are a little bit hungrier here in this spot, and I think the young team, such as the Royals, if you don't know who Bobby Witt is by now, I don't think you ever will. But absolutely fantastic young bunch of kids that I think that is very similar to the year that the Royals took home the hardware about a decade ago. With Eric Hosmer and a few other guys, Gordon, back at those old names. But I think it's a very similar team. I do like the Royals, but I think the value here is taking Lugo to go deep in this game. And maybe the Yankees on the road don't hit the ball, and they might start feeling a little bit more pressure here now that Royals came to play some baseball. So I do like the under. We'll take the under 8 in that game, and that will be my first best bet. Okay. Next one we are going to get into is we're going to go back up to the other AL Central team in the other two, I should say, that are playing today, the Indians and the Tigers. Yeah, that's where we're going to have an outstanding matchup, kind of a thriller we had in game 2, but now we get game 3 between Alex Cobb and Kyler Montero. Now, Montero is one of those pitchers that historically we've always faded, and throughout the course of the regular season. And now we get Alex Cobb in this spot. I think this is something where he might be going a little bit underappreciated just due to his age, and he hasn't really thrown much. But 2-1 on the season, 2.76 ERA. I'm going to be taking his prop market. I'm going to take a little sprinkle on the over 4 strikeouts. I think there's some value there. The Tigers do strike out a little bit. I think the Tigers might have a little bit of pressure at home, right? A home crowd that hasn't seen a playoff game in over a decade since Miguel Cabrera and Justin Verlander were back in action, and they're in Detroit. I just think it's something where we look at this. It could be a little bit of pressure where the road team on a business trip kind of has the upper hand. So I do like the Indians. I think there's some value here at plus 170, taking the Tribe minus 1.5. I'm going to do a half unit on that, and I'm going to take a half unit on the Alex Cobb over 4 strikeouts in this matchup. And those will be my best bets for the Guardians and Tigers matchup. The first game on the slate, 3:08 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, Mets Phillies. This has been a great series, but this is one where if you don't know that the Mets have what they've been doing, they've basically been winning 80%, almost 90% of their games in at home. Their last, I think, 9 games, I think they went 8-1. They're also very good at covering the spread. And what I mean by that in baseball is the run line. So it is a big number. It's kind of up there in price, but if you guys are building parlays, the Mets plus 1.5 at minus 190 is a very, very opportunistic number. But I do like the Mets here on the money line. We're starting to see this number slide a little bit down the odds board. It was a plus number, close to it. Now we're seeing minus 115 on the money line. So if I was going to bet this game, I would go Mets, and I would go plus 1.5 at minus 190 and a parlay builder, and also favor the over 7.5. Because I don't really, quite frankly, think we're going to get a good pitching matchup. Ranger Suarez, I think you can get 4 runs off of him, and Quintana didn't really have the best performance last time out as well. So that's kind of where I'm at between this matchup between the Phillies and the Mets. No official play, but those are my leans in this spot. And then the final game, the one that everybody kind of keys in on, the one that everybody watches, and the one that everybody kind of stays up for because of the fireworks. Now, we do get the Dodgers and the Padres, and this will be the second game, back-to-back game, where the money is favoring, and it's coming on, the percentage of the handle is all on the Dodgers. And last night, that was one where it was all of the same. We were on the Padres, cashed that ticket, took some stones for that grand slam. When you go down 6-1, it's hard to fight back, and they did. And I think that final ended up staying right where it was at. And we've seen this with the Padres time and time again, though, guys. They score early. They score in bunches. They're explosive. They do a bunch of celebrating, and the next thing you know, they have a propensity to not score any more runs for the rest of the game. So that's kind of where I kind of lean towards taking the Padres though as well. I know this is a contrarian play in terms of the money and the betting splits, but it's going to be very hard to bet against Dylan Cease in this spot in Game 4, where the Dodgers look like they're not going to name a starter yet. I like the Padres here. I think their lineup at home, the momentum. I think they get this one done and they ride Dylan Cease into a win. And it's unfortunate because I am rooting for the Dodgers a little bit, just because the whole story. I'm a closet Dodgers fan. If I had to pick an NL team, I would favor the Dodgers. And so for me to take the Padres in this spot can let you guys know how objective I'm being by fading the Dodgers here in a must-win game at Petco Park. So that's where I'm at with that game. I also, as always, guys, I'm not opposed to taking the over in that. You can look back at the insights and you can check out what's going on in terms of the Padres games. Some of the statistics with them, the trends, the betting trends is just absolutely phenomenal. They've won 20 of their last 30 games as an underdog. Okay, that's just absolutely fantastic. You're a Padres money line better. Also, you can look at kind of the over in this. 20 out of their last 29 games as an underdog, the over has hit in Padres spots. So I know Cease is going. I know the numbers have been good, but the over 8 does give me some value at plus 100. So if you guys want to get involved with that, I don't blame you as well. So those will be my best bets. Appreciate you guys watching. As always, I'll give a little recap most times at the end of my video. And here we go as we go with the Yankees under 8. Padres minus 132. We're going to do a half unit on Cleveland reverse run line plus 170, as well as Alex Cobb 4Ks. And then I'll wrap it up with my best bets for today. We're only going to target 3 games. Like I told you guys, this leans in the Mets Phillies slate. But that's kind of how I wrap up my Major League card on this lovely Wednesday. Okay, so I got to go. Got to catch a new flight. We're waiting for that connection. Then in about an hour or two from this recording, we'll be live on the strip. So please turn on the notification bell. Make sure you guys all subscribe on your way out. And I'll be sure to do some pop-up live streams, some content along the way live from Vegas. So appreciate it. Good luck with your picks.